Hey guys, Nate with It's Nostalgic, and just coming back with another What Sold. Been a crazy week. A lot of different things. We got shoes, coats, records, books. This thing, which is freaking awesome. Camera flash. But anyway. So yeah, we'll be back here in a second. Let me get everything pulled. That way I can talk with you here closer. With the heaters going, it's a little hard to hear me sometimes. So, alright, see you in a little bit. Alright guys, back. Got all the whatnot, got the other stuff shipped off. So, back here, pulled everything, show you what we got. First thing, I'm going to hand the camera over here in just a second. But first thing, they're inside, so I got to go get them later, take a bag in with the label. On Poshmark, we sold these Cinch jeans. I don't remember what we paid for them. $2 something. Threw them on Poshmark. Within an hour, they had sold for 25 bucks. So that was pretty good. And people talk about cross-listing. We got away from the cross-listing, and we just do eBay and Poshmark now. And we've got it labeled, so if we sell something on one or the other, we know to go in and take it off of the other one. The cross-lister just got to be too much. I just don't have the time to do it. So, and besides that, Mercari was not doing well for us. There's a lot of small items. It was wonderful when they had 0 fees for sellers, but then January 1st they went back to the fee thing, I think 10%, which isn't bad. But yeah, we weren't selling a lot on there. So we've kind of scaled down eBay, and since we started doing the promoted listings, it's been selling really well, so there was no need for Mercari. We still have the account in case something happens and our eBay account gets hacked or something. We'll still be able to list on other platforms, but for right now it's just eBay and Poshmark pretty much, and Facebook for large things. But anyway, okay, I'm going to run you through what we've got here. This is my son Chris. We'll take over. Okay, so let me get out of here. First thing, these Halloween scrolls. I was hoping they were going to sell actually during Halloween. We picked them up at the Goodwill. Actually, I think they were $1 a piece. They were trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff. We put it on that 50% off sale we've been running, and we got $6 for them plus shipping. So at Halloween time, I kind of got them late, but earlier in the Halloween season they were going for probably 25 for the 2 of them, but it is what it is. So another thing we've been doing is going through old inventory, lotting up old t-shirts, putting them same size together. I'll bring this up and he can show you. So this was a lot of men's medium-sized t-shirts. We'd had them for quite a while, so yeah, we decided
Rick and Morty Vans.
Yeah, there's a Dale Earnhardt in there. That's a World Series LA Dodgers one. I can't remember who's on it. It's one of their iconic players. The North Face. That's the Statue of Liberty with the metal horns. I'm not sure. And that's an anime one, and I don't know what anime that one is. So, but anyway, yeah, we threw them up. We had them for a long time. So we threw them up for 20 bucks, and that's what we got. So we were in them for 10, but trying to clearance out, so I'm just trying to get rid of them. It's Preston and York. I think it's right here. This one we picked up for $3. We got 12. We took an offer. Took a little, what is this, a parka? Poncho? Something like that. My wife picked this up, so it's pretty nice. It's really warm, actually, right now. I don't know about where you guys are, but we're just coming out of a Arctic freeze. So this would be nice to have during that time. Let me see what else we got here. Belt puzzle I picked up at the thrift store for a couple bucks. Still sealed. It's from Germany. It seems like German puzzles go real well. Paid 2, got 15, which is always a good investment. So sealed puzzles, they still sell. So I see right now with winter coming, you know, the colder parts of winter just around the corner, people are trying to find stuff to do inside. A not so winter item, Birkenstocks, but Birkenstocks sell year round. These had some wear on the bottom, so that's why we didn't sell them for as much as we usually do. Still nice condition. We picked these up at the thrift store for $4, and we took an offer for 13. We'd had them for a couple months, so we were just trying to move them. The next one actually is not here. It's in Iowa at my mom's house. We sell stuff for her too. She had this vintage record player, and it worked and sounded wonderful. And even went up to played 16s, which was pretty amazing. Really good condition. We listed it for 75, and somebody offered 65, so we took it for. She got it for free. Somebody just gave it to her. I don't know how she does it, but people just give her stuff that they don't want anymore.
Probably because she's known them for what, 50 years.
Yeah, they've lived in the same town forever, so people know who they are. Next one, FootJoy golf shoes. These are going to start selling pretty well. Golf season's just in a couple months, especially in high school. It's just the color scheme on these were really cool. We paid 4, sold them for 21. FootJoy stuff in all sells pretty good for us. So that's another good brand. These were a surprise. We paid 5. We usually don't have luck with Clarks, but the boots, for some reason, I just thought they were interesting enough to buy them. So we paid $5 at the thrift store and sold them for 39. So that was a really good investment for a brand that we usually don't pick up because we have a hard time moving other Clarks. This one we just got at a rummage sale with a bunch of other ones. This is one of the older John Cena's. We're into this for like 25 cents. We walked into this rummage sale and everything that was on the table was on the floor. He said everything's 10 cents each. It was for I think a drug and rehab place, and everything was donated to them, so I'm trying to get rid of it. But I found one, just kept digging and digging through, and I found probably 10 or 12 wrestling shirts.
I lost like 8 today.
And so, yeah, and then 2 of them were vintage. Degeneration X, which is a $60 shirt, and then there's another John Cena one. It's not vintage, but 2006, and it's going for $50. So, but this one sold. I just listed this late last night, and it was sold by the time I woke up. So that was a 25 cents into $25. That's amazing, and I'm sure the other ones are going to sell too. Wrestling stuff is always sellable and always hot. Columbia snow boots. We sold these. We have to get these out the door because the person's going to contacted us, and they're going to use them on their ski trip starting the 27th. So we got to get them out the door, and hopefully they'll get to them before they leave for their ski trip. We paid 8 for these. We got 25. We took an offer. Really nice boots. I don't think they've ever really been worn, and being Columbia, the quality. This was another one at that rummage sale. This was crazy too. They had 2 of these sitting on the floor. They charged us 25 cents for these. There's another one we have on, but this one was going for 50, untested. I don't know anything about them. I took all kinds of pictures and showed them. I had it for 50, put it on last night, and I just had an offer a couple hours ago for 40, and we took it. So we turned. So these 2 items together for 50 cents, we took into $65, which is crazy. These we've had for a while, so we took an offer. These old overalls, mechanics overalls, We paid $4. Yeah, we took an offer at $12.50. Like I said, we're just trying to create more space. Usually these, depends on the brand. Usually we have had some that went for 30 to 40 bucks. This one I think is just because the brand wasn't the greatest.
Bulwark.
There is an Eddie Bauer sweatshirt. This one here. Here's another one. We're just trying to clearance out. We paid $2, sat on it for a while. We still got over $7 on it. So sometimes you just got to figure in profit is good no matter how you get it if you're just trying to get rid of stuff. This was another one. This was one of the very first things I think my wife and I bought together when we started picking together. It's a really nice jacket. I was surprised it lasted this long. Calvin Klein. I think it's because of the size. Well, no, it's a large. But anyway, it was actually on that 50% off sale, so it went for $4.75 plus shipping. This is a newly purchased item about a week ago. We paid 50 cents for this, and we sold it for $15. It's a vintage. It's a little tube from Kellogg's. It has Tony the Tiger and his friends.
There's
Is that Toucan Sam?
Toucan Sam, and there's
That's something Smacks. Honey Smacks or something like that. I can't remember.
yeah, Smack on the Honey Smacks frog. I don't know what the elephant and the baby tiger are.
I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen the elephant. I don't have any idea. It's from 1980. It's called the Festival of Fun. So we bought it. I bought it just because it was nostalgic, and it didn't take long to sell. So 50 cents into 15. This CD I've had for a long time. This was part of a big lot. Apparently it was in the bin stores for a long time, but I bought a box of CDs for 15 bucks. I've sold well more than $15 worth out of them, but somebody offered me $2.50, and I have no idea who this is. This name sounds familiar. Roman Polanski. I think he did those books that Satanic Verses and stuff like that. I can't remember. He got in trouble with the Islamic community for Roundtree, New York. Corduroy. Corduroy is making a comeback. I'm not sure why. But $2 into 12. Very nice corduroys. This one I've had for a long time. This was on the 50% off sale, and it's not in the greatest shape, but it's a vintage Thundercats little adventure book. I was not a Thundercats guy. It just wasn't my thing.
Fun fact, Thundercats was made by the same people who made Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
It was made by Rankin Bass.
Really?
Same people made Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph.
Wow.
Now, I'm not entirely sure if it's correct, but I think they also made The Last Unicorn.
Yeah. That doesn't tell me. The books say something different. Books in Pan Am. I don't know. Anyway, that only went for $1.42, but it was another thing. I was in a big lot of books that we paid hardly next to anything for. Next is this Coach wristlet my wife picked up. $5, turned it into 15. She'd had it for a little while, so she took an offer just to get it out the door. That's something right now to think about. That'd be great for a girl for prom, something like that. So you gotta start thinking ahead about all these things: baseball, softball, golf, track, all that stuff that goes with it, the equipment, the uniforms, and then prom's just right around the corner. So all that stuff you got to think about ahead of time. This is the last thing that we've sold. This was a $2 purchase. It was on that 50% off sale, but it's a thermal printer. You can labeler from Brother. We paid $2 on the sale, 50% off sale. We still got $6 plus they're paying shipping. So overall, in just 2 days, this is what we had, and there's a previous video where we had a ton of stuff too. And I know you just dropped off packages yesterday.
Yeah, I had 6 totes
6 totes
plus a
full of,
loose box.
yeah, 6 totes in a box, loose box full of packages that had to go out.
So
And
this sold a decent on my site.
yeah, and then my son has a site too, Page Turners. I don't know
Well,
if you're
now
gonna-
it's Forever Fun Finds.
Forever Fun Fun. Did you change the actual
Yep.
name of it? Okay.
And the logo.
So, he's got stuff on his, we got stuff on ours. Together, we're shipping out all kinds of stuff. But we're lucky enough, we have a place called Joy's in the town we're in, Hutchinson, Kansas, that you can drop off post office, UPS, and FedEx.
The big 3.
Yeah, all at one place, and then you don't have to run all over the place. Now, if for some reason they are closed, the post office is just down the road downtown from us, and then UPS actually has a store here.
And then FedEx has 2 different distribution centers that you can drop stuff off at.
Is it the Dollar General in South Hutch?
Maybe, and there's one closer to us.
Well, I know you can drop FedEx off at Walgreens too, but that one day when the ice storm came, none of them were open. I couldn't drop packages off anywhere except the post office.
Because the FedEx one is actually open 24 hours.
I think I've seen that, but I didn't know if you
Yeah.
could drop stuff off there or not. So.
Well, there's a box outside if it fits, and if it doesn't fit, you can knock on the door or ring the bell and then give it to them.
Anyway, we're lucky. We've also got 4 thrift stores in our town. There's a couple bin stores if we decide we want to do that. We're really good. There's really good garage sales, estate sales where we're at. And then just outside of town, within 8 miles, there's 2 more thrift stores. Up the road about 10 miles, there's another one we go to. So we do well here. We have been talking about doing a trip just to hit other parts of the state to see how well it is, or even going back to where we lived and hitting the 2 to 3 thrift stores over in that area. But we've been doing well. I'll tell you that rummage sale came at the perfect time. We were the first ones in there. Hardly anybody showed up because of the weather. And for 20 bucks, we got a lot of stuff. And they were only going to charge us $6 for everything we got, which was insane. But I told them, no, we're going to give you 20 bucks just to help out. So, anyway, guys, that's kind of what we got for now. Like I said, I'm going to start doing some of those videos of what sold for 10 to 20. So the 10 for 10 or the 10 for 20. Just be on the lookout for that. There may be other types of videos that we do too. Specific, what sells out of certain categories. What to look for on certain clothing items or shoes. But we're going to try to get this up and going, do more with this. And you'll see me, my son, and my wife Jess in and out of here. But that's all I've got for now, so I will see you next time.